Hi everybody, I'm Queen Jelly and welcome back to my toy box. We are a doll and toy themed YouTube channel. I like to put out videos at least once a week. With that being said, today's video is going to be Gem from Gem and the Holograms, put out by The Loyal Subjects. The Loyal Subjects is a company that I've gotten dolls from before, but they work a lot with retro toys. Before I go any further, I just want to remind everyone that I do like to put timestamps down below, so that way if you're interested in any particular part of this unboxing, you can skip to it. First, we'll talk a little bit about the doll, first impressions, things like that. Then we'll look at the box up close on the desk, and of course, then we'll open it. So those are the things that you can skip to. Of course, I would prefer if you watch the whole thing and stuck around with me, but if not, I totally understand. The doll aisle, or the toy aisle lately, has been just filled with older like IPs coming back, and it's been a lot of fun. Some of them are recognized, some of them I don't. Some of them I had before, some of them I haven't. Gem would be one that I have not had any experience with before. She was a little bit before my time, but as someone who knows a lot about like doll history and is very interested in doll history, when I found out they were remaking Gems, I was very interested in them. Again, not as a nostalgia thing, but more as like a piece of history type of thing. Even though obviously these are not the original ones, these are remakes, but it's still something that I thought was kind of fun. So at least for me, and I've heard that this has been the case for a lot of other people too, these dolls have been really hard to find. I actually found her at a Walmart that was kind of out of the way from where I live. But at the time I didn't have the money for her, and I was actually buying some other dolls on clearance, so I had to pass at the time, even though I had been looking for her. And my Walmart kept like showing that she was in stock, but then it would be like in the car section or something weird, like out of pocket. So I don't know if my Walmart ever actually got them, at first at least. So I happened to be over in the area of that out of the way Walmart again, and so I picked her up there for $24.99 USD. And then at my Walmart the other day, she was there. So I guess they're coming in and out. I paid $24.99 and I bought her in store at a Walmart. But like I said, they've been really hard to get their hands on, which is good, right? Because then that means they're gonna make, I know they're already talked about making one of the dolls from the rival band, and I think another one from Gem's band too. So we're going to be getting more of these. I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing more of them. It'll just kind of depend. But I really like Gem because she's pink, and y'all know I have a thing for pink dolls. So like I said, I've been looking for her for a while, but I had no idea until I picked her up how heavy she was, because I didn't know that she has a musical stand. I believe it's in the stand, but she plays music, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's in the stand. I didn't know anything about this like reproduction version of her. Again, I haven't had the original, and I don't know that much about this one. I just, like I said, know that Gem is really a big piece of doll history. And so yeah, I'm excited to get her unboxed. Here's just a quick look at it. As usual, like I said, we'll look at it a little bit closer in just a minute. And I think that's all I have before my reminder to do all the fun YouTube things. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Doing these things really helps me out, and it really helps you out, because if you enjoy the videos, you'll be able to find them again in the future. And if you enjoy the videos, maybe other people will, and doing those things will help it go out into algorithm for other people to be able to see. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in just a second. All right, so you're really gonna have to bear with me here, because my stand that I've been using since the beginning of filming, my little tripod here, just completely decided to break on me for literally no reason. It was literally sitting here, and I picked it up, and it fell into pieces. So for this video, I just kind of have it balanced on what's left of the stand, and hopefully in the future I can get a new one. But in order to get a video out this week, we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. So I'm sorry about the angle, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit more wobbly than usual. I guess I'll just have to do some hand cam. So we have our box here. Up here at the top, it says Jen/Jerica, because that's her regular, or like her real name. Gem is her stage name. And then it says plays theme song, speaker included. And then a picture of Jerica, and then it says transforms into Jerica, although she doesn't really, because her hair doesn't change. It's always pink. And like she still has her face paint and everything, but she does have the outfit. And it says Gem totally outrageous, and then TLS toys, which is the loyal subjects. It also says batteries included this time, so we will be able to look at that. And then on this side it says Gem, and then has a picture of her, and then on the back again it says Gem and the holograms, and has her, and then her her, like I said, her real life persona, and then the other characters from her band. And then it says, off stage, she's Jerica, the cool executive of Starlight Music Corp. On stage, she's Gem, the hottest new rock star to hit the music scene. And then has it in 2 other languages. Contains Gem doll, 2 fashion outfits, 2 pairs of shoes, glasses, microphone, hair comb, VIP lanyard with collectible cards, sticker sheets, concert tickets, and doll. Microphone stand with speaker, 1 instruction sheet. Which is actually quite a bit for her being $24.99. She actually comes with quite a bit, because that's $25 is roughly the average price for dolls right now. So I think that's a decent price for a doll that comes with 2 outfits and a decent amount of accessories. So that's, I think, all I have for the box. We'll go ahead and move to unboxing. Again, bear with me. I apologize if I miss angles or if I like knock over the camera or anything like that. Okay, so here she is on her stand, and here's all the stuff that she comes with. We will go over accessories first. That's kind of how I like to do it. However, I just wanted to point out that her stand that she is on right now is actually also the stand for her microphone. So I guess you kind of have to decide if you want her to be on the stand or if you want the like I said, the microphone to be on the stand. So I just thought that that was kind of interesting, and we will take a look at it as both ways. The other thing that I noticed while unboxing her was that I thought most of the weight was going to be coming from this stand, but I think most of the weight is just coming from the doll herself, which again, we'll talk about more when we get to the doll. But I am going to go over all the other stuff first. So since we're looking at the accessories first, I currently have it set up as the microphone stand. So this is what it would look like with the microphone clipped into it, which is a separate piece. And then it has this extender here, and then the stick itself that goes into this base that says Gem, and that is where the music comes out of. I don't know if that's copyrighted or not, so I will put it at the very end of this video. But if it is copyrighted, I will cut it out once I upload to YouTube if it gives me an error. So just know if you see it at the end, it's not copyrighted and it's fine. But if you don't, then that's why. Then we have her Jerica outfit, which is this white and blue striped dress, which we will be trying on her, but it feels really nice and soft. I like it a lot. And then this is the hat that goes with that outfit. The shoes that go with this outfit that have this really pretty metallic sheen. And then the glasses that go with that outfit that do have little lenses in them. Then she comes with this comb, which I'm not a super fan of combs. We all know that. But this is really cute because it says gem at the top and it's not just like a generic brush. You could probably use it as like a little hair comb and like stick it in your hair, but her hair is kind of thin, so it might have to go in like a person's hair, but it is cute. And then she also comes with this VIP lanyard, which for yourself, I guess, which I had no idea. That's kind of fun. And this tag that goes at the bottom that says gem and the holograms. And I guess it's supposed to kind of look like maybe like a backstage pass that you can hook onto the VIP lanyard. And then we also have this over here, which is her instruction book, as well as this ticket. So it's concert ticket, gem and the holograms, section L, row 7, seat 15. And then I feel like, nope, it is just a piece of cardboard. I was like thinking maybe there was something, like it was like an envelope, but it's just a thick piece of cardboard. And then, like I said, here's the instruction book. I think it said somewhere that there were stickers, so I'm not sure where those are hiding. It did say something about stickers, and I found them. They're there inside the box, so I will pull those out in a second. But I do also want to point out how cool the background of her box is, that it looks kind of like a little record. But let me grab those really quick. If I remember correctly, the Rainbow Bright and the Strawberry Shortcake back there, I think they may have come with something similar, like a sticker sheet. But here it is. It kind of looks like a piece of film, and we have gem up here. It says gem, truly outrageous #1. This is the rival band. I think it's called the Misfits. And then there's Gem's band. So there is everything that she comes with. Here is the microphone by itself. It's mostly pink plastic, but it does have silver up here at the top for the microphone bit, so that is appreciated that it's the 2 colors. Before I forget again, I want to point out that it is, like I said, produced by the Loyal Subjects, but it is a licensed by Hasbro product. And there's the barcode if you are looking for it. Then we have, like I said, the stand itself, this piece can disconnect from. It's hard to do with one hand. This is what it looks like without either piece on it. Right now she does have the waist clip on, but it was actually really difficult to get it on her because there isn't much flexibility in this plastic, and I was kind of nervous that I was going to crack it. But I guess if you kind of turn it sideways and slide it off, that's fine. And then it sticks on there like that. For Gem, her hair is this light pink. It is only about shoulder length, but there is quite a bit of it, and it is kind of really frizzed out, which is very 80s. And she does have some fringe. Does appear that she has blue eyebrows, and then she has this really crazy pink eyeshadow that's kind of almost like triangular, like lightning bolt shaped. And then she has, of course, the super 80s eyeshadow and the bright blue eyes, very Barbie-like. And then she has bright pink lips, as well as pink star earrings in either ear. And then she's wearing a shiny pink long sleeve dress. She has this blue belt that goes around with some blue fringe at the bottom, and a dark blue design on the top that kind of looks like some stripes and a circle. And then she has on these sparkly tights, which I think are really awesome, and I'm pretty sure go all the way up, and they definitely go all the way down into the toes. And then she has on these really pretty pink heels. So pretty simple in the outfit, but at the same time, like a lot going on, very bright and colorful. And of course she has the bright pink nails to match, which I wonder if the 80s versions had those nails, because if so, it's pretty impressive for an 80s doll to have painted nails. Again, I can't like atone to how accurate this doll is compared to the original, but she is super pretty and I really enjoy her. But I'm going to go ahead and swap her into the other outfit now. And then once she's in the other outfit, we'll also take a look at the articulation, because I know she's not as articulated as the little ones, but those ones are like super highly articulated. So I'm assuming that she also has pretty decent, at least, articulation for a doll of her size. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. Warning, about to be some doll nudity. If you are not interested in seeing it, just use the timestamps down below to get to the next part. So there is unfortunately some staining on my Gem doll. It's not actually showing up on the camera. There we go. You can see it right here. So there's some here under her chest. There's some here on her wrists. and a little bit here on the back. So that is unfortunate, especially since she is a doll that has multiple outfits that's meant to wear more than one. I probably will be keeping her mostly in that pink one anyway, so I probably won't be seeing most of this, but it's just something that I wanted to point out because I know a lot of people will be really put off by that information. So I just wanted to point that out to you, and I'm going to get back to getting her dressed. So I have the Jerica outfit on, but as much as I was impressed with the gem outfit, I'm equally unimpressed with the Jerica outfit. I knew that it would be pretty simple. Also, this does work pretty nice because, as you can see, it's supposed to be on the blue side when it's gem and then the silver side when it's Jerica. And this part's fine. It helps the dress together, makes it a really nice shape. Again, the dress itself is really well made. She has these really nice blue shoes that fit on pretty well. However, the glasses, the arms for them are super soft and flexible. So I actually have them rubber banded on right now, and they're actually staying on pretty well with just the one little rubber band. So like, that's fine. Like, I can live with that, with them just needing to be rubber banded on. However, again, that's also something that could just be my personal experience, and yours could be different. Red there was from my nail polish and was not from the doll. It was just from the rubber band that I was using to hold her hat on. I just want to make that clear. Or sorry, her glasses on. But the hat, I cannot for the life of me get to stay on her head. I tried for at least a solid 5 minutes of struggling, but I don't know if it's mine, because I did find pictures of someone having her on there, but it just, the elastic is like so tight that the second I put it on her head, it just goes sprawling and flies right back off. And as you could see when I first had her set up, like, you can kind of like balance it on the top of her head, but the hair, which I absolutely love, is super, super soft, which again, I love, but it makes it so that hat has nothing to grip on and just slides right off. I did try rubber banding it on. I only had a really tiny, tight rubber band, so maybe a slightly bigger rubber band would do the job. Like, I'm sure that there is a way to get the hat to stay on her head. However, I don't feel like figuring it out because I'm just going to leave her in the pink outfit anyway, because that's like the whole point of her for me, is I love pink and pink dolls, so I will be putting her back in the pink outfit. But I just wanted to show you what she looked like in the blue outfit. I do love these shoes though. These are super pretty. It's got to be my favorite part of the second outfit. As for her articulation, I was right to assume that there was quite a bit of it. So she does have head side to side as well as up and down. And then the shoulders are up as well as forward. And then she has the upper arm joint as well as double jointing at the elbow, rotation and bending at the wrist. She has a rib joint, the hip joint that goes out, the upper thigh twist point, the double jointing at the knee, and then the bend and rotation at the ankle. So she does have all of the very highly articulation points that the Loyal Subject is known for. That's kind of like one of their things. Like on the Strawberry Shortcake and the Rainbow Bright, that was something that was very like specifically advertised, that they had, I believe it was 21 points of articulation. And I did a video, if you'd like to see it, there should be an iCard up here somewhere, that will take you to the video where I found the 21 points of articulation. Like I said, that was not something that was advertised with this gem, but she does appear to have the same, if not very similar, articulation points to them, which is really nice, especially with her being on the larger scale. She's going to be very posable. I am going to go ahead and get her swapped back to the other outfit for final thoughts. But I do want to point out that these earrings are not removable. Those are permanently attached to her head. I don't know if heating up water would even help, because I wasn't able to get them like budge even slightly. Like, they won't even rotate or anything. So just be aware that if you do not like the earrings, that they would take a little bit to be able to get them out. All right, so I have her back in this whole outfit. Overall, I'm super thrilled with this doll. Again, there are the small hiccups with the second outfit pieces. And the staining on the body is a little frustrating, But otherwise, I'm really happy with her. Again, I did not know about all the articulation, which is super awesome. She is really hefty. Like I said, when I picked up the box and it weighed a bit, I really thought it was this stand, but this stand is actually super light. Despite it being the part that has the music in it, the doll itself is actually where most of the weight is, which is really nice because then that means she's, you know, made of a decent quality material. I love the little painted nails and everything. Like I think this doll is really good. And she comes with a lot because again, she comes with this second outfit, which this part of it, the actual base part of it, is really well made. Again, I really like the shoes for both of them. The glasses are cute. Like I said, they just don't stay on very well, but can stay on with just a little bit of assistance. And then I couldn't get the hat on at all, but it also comes with like this lanyard with this part that goes at the end. I know this is just cardboard, but it still comes with a ticket. And it comes with these stickers. Like, I feel like this is quite a decent amount for the price. And again, it's a good quality doll with a lot of articulation. So for $25, this is, you know, where the market should be at. It is definitely not where the market typically is. So no wonder these dolls are like flying off the shelf and like impossible to keep in stock. I definitely look forward to more characters being released. Hopefully, I do know that there's more Strawberry Shortcake characters that got released, as well as more Rainbow Bright characters either released or coming up, but I haven't been able to find them in stores, so I don't know where. I don't know if it's just on their website that they're released or what, but I hope that Gem continues to come out at least in like Walmarts and Targets, hopefully. As of right now, I believe she is Walmart exclusive. But I just really am fond of this doll, and I hope that to see more like her in the future. Again, whether from Loyal Subjects or somebody else, this is definitely closer to a standard that I think we should be looking for. As you can see, though, right now she is standing, just holding on to the microphone. And I've been able to move her around pretty well with keeping her still standing. So even with the microphone attachment on instead of the waist clip on, she still can use it as a pretty decent stand. So that is good to know. For right now, probably keep her box with this stuff in it just because there is so many accessories to her. But again, that's a good thing, especially for her price point. So really happy with that. I will, like I said, add the clip in after this of the soundbite if it is YouTube safe, as I should say. But which at this point in time, as of recording, I don't not monetized anyway, but I hope to be monetized someday in the future. So I still want to keep my channel as YouTube safe as possible. So I do apologize if that clip is not at the end. But with that being said, I think that's all that I have left to talk about Gem. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to do the things like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it really helps out the channel, and it also helps you if you enjoy our content. And we'll see you soon in the next one. Bye! Stick around to see what doll we unbox next.